Good Tuesday morning, everyone. I'm hoping that you can hear me. Let's see. I'm hoping you can hear me. Maybe you can hear me. We will see. Someone can let me know if you can hear me. Should be on. All right. Anyway, welcome to Ask the Gap Chef. Monica Corrado here. It is Tuesday, the 16th of January, 2024. Hooray, 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 another year. Are you ready for another year? I don't know. Here we are. So, today, hello Anissa, and hello Vicky, and hello Claude. Hello Natasha. I know I was a little late this morning. Hello Joanna. How are you? Good to see you all. Good to have you with me. All right, so just a quickie. Here I am, Monica Corrado, the Gap Chef. Getting very excited. Hello, Isabel. Hello. So good to see everyone. I'm getting very excited about the GAPS online conference. Here we go again, 2024, in just a few weeks. Hello, Sharisa. Hello, Yasmin. Good to see you. So, if you have not gotten, hello, I think I'll just say hello for a while. Hello. You're getting excited too. I'm so glad. All right, so we have the GAPS online conference coming, and it's February. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Hello from Jen and Jacob. Hello. All right, who else? Let's get some more hellos here. Hello, Kathleen. Great to see you. I got to do this every week, folks, because it just cheers me up, just being with all of you fabulous people on the old GAPS path, eh? Yes, we're all on the journey. We are all on the path together, and I'm wishing you so much love and blessings and goodness and health and healing and abundance and just amazing things for this year, for you, for your family, for your loved ones. Yes, I wish you so many good things for 2024. May it be so for everyone. Hello to Anna Lynn. Hello. Welcome to Facebook Live. Good to have you with us. Hello. Oh, how sweet. I love your kids. Love how I say hello. I love that part. I'll keep saying it. Laugh out loud is right. Hello, Jody. Yes, tip of the morning to you too. Top of the morning, tip of the morning. Hello, Abby. Good to see you. So wonderful. All my friends out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Hello, Hussein. Good to have you. Hey, Kathy. Yahoo. Kathy's here too. All right, let's keep it going. We're on a roll. All right. I'll keep saying hello to people, but let's get started because I'm a little late today. Just wanted to say how excited I am about GAPS OnCon. The GAPS online conference this year is just bursting with amazing information for people about how to live the GAPS way, how to bring up your children the GAPS way, how to make it easy. Do we love easy? We love easy. How to make it easy for you to incorporate nutrient-dense foods, how to make it easy to do detox, how to do all sorts of wonderful things. I mean, we know that Dr. Natasha will be there, but so many other wonderful speakers will be there from the GAPS community and beyond. We will be talking about, I hope you can hear. Is that the problem? She says we have a bad connection. Let me make it higher. I don't know if that's better. Anyway, let me know. I just hope that, okay, you can hear me. Great, thanks, Anna. All right, so please get your tickets if you haven't gotten them yet. They're doing some kind of crazy, I don't know. They give giveaways all the time and discounts, but if you use my mcorrado24, you can get some money off. And if you can't make it because of time zones, you certainly can always get the, everything will be recorded, and so you can get, watch the recordings over and over. If you can't get enough of all our smiling faces, then you can watch them over and over again. And then, you know, I do. I always learn more when I watch a video a second, third, fourth time. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. I am working on my own sessions now. I'll be teaching 2 sessions with a bonus meat stock session I did for all of you. So preconception, conception, fertility, toddlers and teenagers and college age, you name it, we're covering it. So come on down to GAPS OnCon 2024. I hope you'll be with us for some of it, all of it, whatever you could do. All right. Hello, Umu. Annalyn is new, so I want to welcome you especially and welcome everyone that's new to our little Facebook Live here. I try to do them every week. Sometimes I can't because of crazy things that happen. But I try to do them every week and to cover something that would be helpful to anyone coming to GAPS, whether you are new or you have been doing it for a while. Sometimes it's just really good to brush up on things. I also really appreciate everyone on the page who jumps in to answer questions when I'm not able to get there. If you notice, if I don't comment, it's usually because you're all doing great and you don't need me. Wouldn't that be grand? Not really. So anyway, thanks to everyone on the page. Oh, my puppy came to say hello. Hello, Mr. Van. You're such a good boy. Okay, so let's get started today. I would like to cover today just a few things about lactofermentation. Lactofermentation. So what is lactofermentation? It is a traditional method of preserving food. At its base, that's all it is. And it started many, many years ago. And a basic lactoferment only needs salt. Good salt. Not Morton salt, not table salt. I've done a whole YouTube on salt, so please go take a look at that. We want high mineral salt, yeah? With no anti-caking agents, for sure. So, lactofermentation preserves the food, but in doing that, it brings so many gifts. I call them value-added things. Lactofermentation increases the amount of vitamin C in anything that you ferment. It creates B vitamins, which we all need. It also, of course, brings enzymes, which helps you digest your food, and microbes, which we love, good old lactobacilli, lactic acid producing bacteria. That is what lactobacilli means, lactic acid producing bacteria, and the lactic acid is what preserves the food. The lactic acid that is given off by the microbes, by the bacteria, when they do what? When they eat the sugar, the carbohydrate in whatever you are fermenting. Yay! Thank you to the little microbes who make our food so much better for us. As you know, lactofermentation is a pre-digestion technique. It helps to pre-digest your food so that your body, your pancreas, that means something. Did you notice my eyebrows? Your pancreas is not so stressed by having to create so many enzymes. Clue, hint, important for people who are having problems with either just digestion as a whole, most of us do, right, in general, or they have blood sugar issues, or their pancreas is giving them problems. Let's get on the ferments, folks. So, again, lactofermentation is a pre-digestion technique. Lactofermentation is a food preservation technique. We love that, and at its base, it's just all about the salt. Now, can you use a starter? Yes, you could absolutely use a starter, and I really suggest that when I'm teaching, that everyone use a starter, whether that starter is whey, W-H-E-Y, from raw milk, or your homemade yogurt, or, right, raw milk or your homemade yogurt. If you use whey from kefir, kefir, K-E-F-I-R, that weird little word that we all have fun talking about and laughing about, that very powerful, amazing, incredible combination of bacteria and beneficial yeasts, kefir. If we use whey from kefir, now we have changed the fermentation from just lacto-fermentation with lactobacilli bacteria to one that includes yeast. Now that's a great thing. And it could be a challenge. So we meaning Dr. Natasha, in her yellow book, her blue book, right, suggests that we start with ferments that are made with, if we're going to use whey as a starter, that are made with whey from yogurt, right, or whey from raw milk. Yeah? Why? Because whey from yogurt or whey from raw milk will be milder, it will produce less of a die-off response than whey from kefir. Okay? Whey from kefir is absolutely the critical, we'll say important. It's what makes vegetable medley the powerful brine that it is. So just so we're clear, right? Like, I want you to be clear on this. Lactobacilli, whey from yogurt is going to be more mild on the system. Will produce less of a strong detox response than kefir whey. So just be very clear about this. I'm teaching. I have the blessing of being able to teach the Certified GAPS practitioner and Certified GAPS courses, coach courses with and with Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride and the GAPS training team. And we've got a lot of folks throwing that kefir whey around, which is great. But when we're first starting GAPS, it's really important to start slowly, folks. Start slowly. I mean, you can do what you want, but I have found in my many, many years of being a GAPS practitioner that most people don't know what slowly means. And certainly we're used to silver bullets. We are used to, as a culture, taking a pill and having a headache go away, which is, of course, just symptom management. But that doesn't heal the cause, right? So slowly start with just a little bit of whatever you're bringing in for the first time, and slowly, gradually, listening to the body increase. Listening to the body is very wise. She will talk to you. If you're a guy, he will talk to you, right? So the body will talk to you with symptoms that you get to read, you get to listen to, watch, be aware of, listen to the body as you move on. Now, so that's just a little bit. Now, you know, in this group that I have shared with you an article I wrote a while back, I don't know when, that talks about the difference between cabbage tonic and beet kvass. Please take a look at that if you're at all interested in learning about the reasons, the differences between cabbage tonic, which is made with cabbage, there's a clue, and beet kvass, which is made with beets, there's another clue, right? Foods are powerful, and we use different things to help us to heal or to make an effect or a change, right, on the body. So if you want a lot of brine, got a big family and you're all hanging out, taking in a lot of brine, make cabbage tonic because it has a lot, it's a tonic, it will slowly tone, and it has a lot of the brine versus just taking sauerkraut juice, which is a little bit of sauerkraut juice in a lot of cabbage, right? So cabbage tonic is a lot of tonic with a little bit of cabbage. Anyway, take a look at it. It's there for you. For anyone that has my book, which I'm so grateful for you purchasing, I loved writing this. I hope it's helpful to you. For anyone who has this book, there's a coupon on the page. You all know, New Gaps 2023, all caps. Go to my website. You can buy it. You'll also know that the cabbage tonic recipe is in there, and it is missing the cabbage. So please write in a quarter of, we'll fix it on the next go-round. What a thing to miss. A quarter of a, medium-sized green cabbage that you shred. Please just write that in so that you have it and you don't have to say, how much cabbage do I need? What and why isn't it in the recipe? Because it was missed. Okay, there's one other quick thing I want to share with all of you. If you don't want to purchase at this time that big book, which is really 4 books in one, you could purchase this book. See how small it is? This is the original part 3 in the big book. So very, very easy. I don't know if it's backwards. I'm sorry if it is. It's basically called Cooking Techniques for the Gut and Psychology Syndrome Diet, Part 3, Lactofermentation. You can grab this as just a primer on lactofermentation if you're interested. It's there. I had one sitting on my shelf. I thought I should let people know that you can find this too. All right. So, pardon me. I still have this little tiny bit of the cough from my immune system upgrade from December. I apologize. All right, so that's what I'm going to talk about here. Let me do a couple more points, and then we'll take your questions. One point is that ferments, lacto-fermented vegetables, fruits, tonics that you make with either just salt or whey from yogurt or raw milk, or with salt plus a starter, like a vegetable starter that you get from Cultures for Health. You have to eat those every day. You have to eat them every day. Lactobacilli, as a rule, in general, do not populate your gut. They don't like hang out there. You need to keep eating them. So keep eating them if you want to be well. Yeah, every day. Every day, every day, every day. How much should you be eating? Working up to. If you could eat a quarter of a cup of sauerkraut at every meal and have no digestive distress, you're in. Again, starting with a bite, starting with a drop, starting with just a little, and then we work our way up to a quarter of a cup. How much is that? That is 4 tablespoons every meal, or more. More. I'm always talking about, I'll say it differently. People say to me, how much should I be eating? How much sauerkraut? How much gingered carrots? How much kimchi? How much pickles? How much fermented beets? How much should I be eating? How much? And the real answer, folks, is as much as you can. Yes, lacto-ferments become a way of life. Lacto-ferment should be at every single meal. Lacto-ferment should be things that you encourage, you make available to your children, and you encourage them to eat as much as they want. Listen to the body. Listen to the body and let yourself eat as much as you want. I like to say, How much should you be eating? Just get jiggy with as much as you can eat. That means that you should be able to eat any lactoferment and any amount of it without any digestive distress. Then you have a really robust microbiome, a really robust, you have really robust gut flora. So that's the challenge. It isn't, oh, I have to keep making sure I get more. Well, yeah, in the beginning, you're not used to eating them. That's okay. But it's really all about, folks, making sure that you can eat as much as you want, as often as you want, and certainly make sure you have enough every day. Okay, so that's pretty much, I can talk more about lactofermentation, answer your questions. What else can I tell you? Thinking, hold on a minute, I'm thinking. If you ever see black, green, brown, any kind of mold in your lactoferment, whether it's beet kvass or it is sauerkraut or whatever it is, throw the whole thing away. Throw it away. Do not try to scoop it off and eat. Okay? If it's colored mold, it needs to be discarded. Don't be silly about, oh my goodness, I'm going to throw out a whole jar of beet kvass. Yeah, throw it away. Don't risk getting really, really sick. Our beautiful, helpful microbes do not cause colored mold. So if it's white, you can scoop and go. If it's calm yeast, you can scoop and go, meaning you can then eat what's left. But if it's any other color, please throw it away. The whole thing. It's not worth getting sick. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of questions we've got. So many hellos. Hello, 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 everyone. So great to see everyone. Hooray. All right. Let's see. We're going. All righty. Okay. So Yasmin's first question is how to make vegetable medley, which vegetables to use for ASD health. Okie dokie. So how to make vegetable medley. So vegetable medley is in the yellow book, the blue book, and my book. The key to the vegetable medley is snow. It is snowing here. The key to the vegetable medley is kefir whey. By definition, vegetable medley is made with whey from kefir. And so, it's the same way that you're going to ferment any kind of tonic. I actually, Dr. Natasha has you make it in a bowl, right? A bowl, and you put all your veggies in there, and you chop them up bite-sized because you're going to eat them, right? And then you have a plate that actually will sit inside the bowl, and it will create a seal. The water will create a seal so that you keep all the veggies under the brine. In my book, I tell you how to use a jar, so you can do it either with a bowl or with a jar. But the most important thing is that you grab kefir whey. Yeah? Let's just take a look here. Isn't that funny? All right, so I'm going to look just for fun. La, 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 la. I'll sing to you. I'll hum to you so that you are like, what is going on with Monica? All right, there's your vegetable medley. Woohoo! How do you love this? Where am I? I'm here, yellow book. Any questions? You always go back to the yellow book or the blue book. Remembering that the blue book has 10 years, I think that's correct, of clinical practice of implementing gaps. So it has a lot more information. It also extends gaps into, of course, it's called the gut and physiology syndrome. So it extends gaps to problems that are not just psychological, right? That are not just brain. They're everything else. So on page 197, yellow book, you have got what? You have got this fabulous vegetable medley. Yep. What has she got? We've got cabbage. We've got beets. We've got dill seeds. Yeah? We've got garlic. A handful of peeled garlic. Okay, so vegetable medley is all about the kefir whey. Check it out. It's in both yellow and blue and mine. Very important. In fact, in the blue book, Dr. Natasha goes into certain ways to use the vegetable brine from vegetable medley in terms of, when it would be best for you to be drinking that. So take a look for sure. All right. We've got 1 million people on here I want to say hello to. Abby, Faria, Anissa, I'm going from the bottom. Yasmin, Kathleen, Suad. Hello, Suad. I hope I said. Hey, Julie. Good to have you, gal. Julie's here. Sandy. Hey, Sandy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Ianella is here. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. All right. Roseanne. Hey, Roseanne. All right. We got a quick question from Joanna. So for people with diabetes type 1, are lactoferments especially beneficial? Yes, yes, and so yes, yes. Why, everybody? Think about it. Why? I mean, lactoferments are beneficial for everyone, unless you have a massive, you heard that word massive, histamine response to ferments, in which case start very, very slowly and start with ferments that you allow to ferment for a very, very long time. Yeah? Okay. So, yes, why? Because lactofermentation breaks down all the carbohydrate. Yay! Why else? So it takes care of the sugar, but it also produces enzymes that help with digestion. We remember that the pancreas was never supposed to create all the enzymes we need to digest our food. If you think about the typical American diet, the standard American diet, which is sad, you all know it's sad, it's dead. There's no enzymes in it. I mean, that's not GAPS, but it's everybody else, right? Everything on their plate is cooked. If everything on the plate is cooked, then everything is dead and nothing meaning no live enzymes. How can you remedy that? How can you help the body? Fork full of sauerkraut, right? Beautiful glass of beet kvass, something. Very, very helpful, yes. All right, so Yasmin says, okay, we did that. Why do my kids have sleepless nights or disturbed sleep when they have any probiotic food or supplements? Any suggestion? So probiotic foods are bringing in, let's go on to sleep. Let me start over. So sleep. Taking a moment. Sleep. Number 1. Is everyone getting to sleep on time? That means everyone should be in bed, lights off, 9 p.m. Why? Because you're going into gallbladder time, liver time. You're going into detox time. So children should have lights out by 7. Lights out, in bed, asleep. So if people are having problems with sleep, they need to go to sleep earlier, number 1. Number 2, if people are having problems with sleep, make sure one of your tools, I'll just say, one of your tools is the Epsom salt bath. Very, very soothing. What else? Sleep. Do you have a sleep ritual? Dinner is done by 6. We start the ritual of calming down, slowing down. Maybe we read books together. We have baths, Epsom salt baths. We might have some massage. See how slowly I'm going? And then we turn out the light. We might use some soothing music. That's beautiful too. Lovely. So, please, everyone, sleep is absolutely critical to healing. No one talks about it, but you have to be sleeping. Number 1, detox happens during sleep time. Number 2, all of the body gets regenerated overnight. So please look at your sleep time rituals. Please love yourself enough to go to sleep early. Turn out the light, get blackout curtains, whatever you need to do. Deep, quiet. Turn off the Wi-Fi, unplug the electronics, turn out the lights, and go to sleep. Very important. Now, if all those things are happening, and now we're having sleepless nights, when we add probiotic food, we will cause die-off. So microbes are moving. Could be part of the sleepless night. Of course, other people talk about parasites being alive at nighttime. So just check to see if they're having sleepless nights around the full moon, and then we can look at that. That's usually a sign. Okay, so, supplements too, people. Just want to make this point. There are only food-based supplements on GAPS. Cod liver oil, that's food. Fish oil, that's food. Yeah? Cod liver oil, fish oil. We also work with bitters. We could work with hydrochloric acid if we really need to, and digestive enzymes if we really need to, but usually we work with foods for those types of things. So just take a look at the supplements. If your children are on a lot of supplements and they're on GAPS, use what you need, but see if you can take things out. Again, gradually, gently, easily. No, cold turkey is kind of scary sometimes, right? So take them off and see if you can allow the food to do its work. If you can allow the food, the diet, to really help do the healing. That's what it's there for. Food, what we eat and what we don't eat on GAPS, detox. Remember? I do this all the time. If you've watched other ones of my videos, I always talk about you've got 2 tracks in GAPS. We all talk about the food. We also have to talk about the detox. So we want to run both tracks at the same time. Get the food right, what we keep out and what we put in, and the detox at the same time to support the body as it cleans up. Right? All right. Off to Kathy. Hello, Kathy. I have 2 questions. How do we order from Standard Process? Well, Kathy, Kathy, you could order. I will send you that information via email. That's the best. I saw a GAPS suggestion elsewhere, not GAPS, to use powdered eggshell for calcium. Is that even absorbable? So using eggshells for calcium is an old herbalism trick. As far as I know, what you would do is get the eggshells, use the eggs, wash the eggshells so that you have everything out of them. Soft, mild soap. And then the best way to use eggshells, there are 2. My favorite is to make calcium vinegar, which is to take some apple cider vinegar. So take your eggshells, clean them up, put them in a quart jar wide mouth, put a bunch of them in there, maybe a third of the jar, and then cover it with apple cider vinegar, cap it tightly, put it in the pantry or the closet, somewhere cool and dark, 3 to 6 months. Then you pour off, strain out the eggshells, and then you will have fabulous high calcium vinegar. That's actually, I believe, a Rosemary Gladstar recipe. You could take a look at her thing. She's an amazing herbalist in the U.S., Rosemary Gladstar. I'm sure you know who that is, Kathy. And yes, when you make it into a vinegar, it's very absorbable. It's a wonderful thing to use. Other people put eggshells in their stock. Really, it works best in bone broth, but we're not making bone broth on GAPS 90% of the time because you need that much time to pull the calcium out, and because bone broth is made with vinegar and meat stock is not. So the vinegar is what acts on the eggshells to pull the calcium out of the shells into the bone broth. I hope that's helpful. All right, Faria says, I made beet kvass with fresh dill. Hooray! The dill floated on top. I noticed the white film foamed. I skimmed it off, cleaned the top, and put it back into the fridge. I'm hesitant to consume. It looks and smells okay. I personally would drink it because it was white, and that happens often with things that are floating on the top. It should be fine. Yeah, so Sandy, who's one of we are blessed to have on our page. She's an amazing human being that does fabulous raw milk cheeses and clabber and all sorts of fabulous things. She is saying that is Geotrium candidum fungus. It's not harmful, but forms when too much acidity shows up. It feeds on the lactic acid only at the top of a ferment where there's air, which is what it also needs. So good job. Thank you, Sandy, for bringing that in. And so sounds like you're good to go, Faria. Okie dokie. Kathleen asks, is bacon grease from clean bacon okay as a fat source on early intro, even though it's from smoked bacon? No. Did I say that? I did. When you said from smoked bacon, that was the answer. So, you know, bacon grease, so, starting over. We love, we need, we want lots of saturated fats in GAPS. Saturated animal fats. When we're talking about lard, we're talking about the clean fat from a pig. You can also talk about leaf lard, which is from the fat around the kidneys, which is like the best. So, even though your bacon is quote-unquote clean, it's been smoked. Therefore, I would not go near that bacon grease until you hit full GAPS or until you've had a lot of healing. When we really want lard, we always have to be thinking about whether or not something is processed on the GAPS diet. One of the things that I love to remind people is that food, there is no processed food on GAPS. Now, I know that everyone's doing the best they can out there, and I know that some people take shortcuts, and that is fine. We're all doing the best we can. We need to just bless things and go. We just need to be okay with what we're doing. And so there are people who are buying lard, which is perfectly fine, from the store. Making lard, buying fat from a clean farm and rendering your own lard would be a wonderful thing for you to do. Turns out to be far less expensive and far better for your body. So, lard would be highly unprocessed food. Bacon, fat, you know, we've already processed it how many times? They've smoked the bacon, 1. You've cooked the bacon, 2. Now you have this fat, and now you're going to cook with it again. Anyway, that's my not humble opinion on smoked bacon fat, or bacon fat from smoked bacon. And again, one more time with feeling, if you're making bacon, when you're making bacon, we really want to make bacon at the lowest temperature possible, right? Lowest temperature, baking it in the oven so that the fat drips, and then collecting the fat. Okay. Yasmin wants to know, before GAPS diet, I used to ferment garlic with olive oil and have first thing in the morning. Absolutely, you can have the fermented garlic. Yes, you can have the fermented garlic starting in stage 1. You want to drink the olive oils? Wait until stage 4. Okay, Anissa, if something on stage 2 for 1.3 years after, if someone has been on extended stage 2 for 1.3 years after an onset of gout, if everything is okay, should we be thinking of transitioning to full GAPS, or do we hang there longer? If husband. Okay, remember, folks, that I did a YouTube on extended stage 2. I'm putting that in quotes, which just means that you sit on stage 2 for a long period of time. Some people sit on it for 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, 6 years. It's a great place to hang out. Stage 2. There are some foods you can bring into stage 2, as everyone knows, if you're there for a long time, once digestive symptoms have resolved. Those include some foods from stage 3 and stage 4. You would transition from stage 2 to stage 3. Yeah. Listen to the body. Is it ready to go? And then stage 3, stage 4. So just, yes, transition from extended stage 2 to stage 3, 4, 5, 6, and then off onto full gaps. Hope that's helpful. Excellent. I'm so glad I answered your question. I'm trying to answer this question. Here we go. Okay, Abby, I tried making kefir cream. I was supposed to let it stay in a dark place. Really? Aerobic state for 24 hours, but I forgot it. It stayed for 48 hours. Can I still use it? It doesn't smell bad. What do you think? It's fine. You just fermented long. It should be fine. Off you go. Put it in the fridge and now consume liberally. Hello, Louise. I don't think we've met, but welcome, welcome. Hooray! Julie sent me some stars. I love stars. Yay! Yanela sent me a hi. Louise wants to know what brand of teas are the cleanest. What brand of teas are the cleanest? You know, teas are getting a bad rap right now because there's either microplastics in them or there are things in the tea bag material. So, what's the cleanest brand of teas? Organic bulk tea. Either grow it yourself. I know people aren't going to grow black tea, but if you're talking about herbal teas, for sure, you can grow them yourself in pots. Chamomile, mint, ginger. Well, ginger takes a while because it's a root, but so, what's the best way to work with tea? Organic, bulk tea. I'm thinking of one. So, certainly you can get them from Frontier in bulk. That would be clean. I would also look at, thinking. I just saw it. It just left on. Mountain Rose Herbals, bulk. Oh, Alta Vita might be. I would get it. They sell them in a box and a bag inside the box. So I would get organic bulk teas, and that's how I would steep with stainless steel tea balls, tea, cages, etc. Okay, quick question for Anissa. Should I throw away raw cream that has been in the fridge longer than 2 or 3 weeks? So we're going to talk about cultured dairy next week, but I really suggest all of you go and look at the cultured dairy resources that I've put up there. There are several different YouTubes that you can listen to, but we know that raw cream and raw milk continues to culture in the refrigerator. So what's been happening for you is that your beloved raw cream has been culturing. I mean, I would take it out and then culture it a little bit more on the counter. Make it into some creme fraiche. It may be too strong for you. You've been having wild fermentation in the fridge. There's no just remember, one more time, here's the point. Raw cream and raw milk continue to culture with their own indigenous cultures that come straight out of the cow into the milk and cream in the refrigerator, but slowly because of the cold. All right. La 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 la. Here's another quick one. How many days are we supposed to take egg yolk test with success before moving on to the next stage? So we do the egg yolk test on our skin. Once we pass, then in stage 2, we start adding in egg yolk, 1 egg yolk at a time, 1 egg yolk. If you're concerned because you've had egg reactions or responses to egg yolk prior, start with very little the first day. Always add the egg yolk into soup or stock in stage 2 when you're first bringing it in, if you're concerned. Start with the amount that fits on the head of a pin, or start with the amount that use 1/8 of a teaspoon, measuring spoon, something, and then we slowly increase. Adults can move off of stage 2 when you can tolerate 6 whole eggs a day, but first you tolerate 6 egg yolks a day, and then you'll tolerate 5 egg yolks and 1 whole egg, 4 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs, 3 egg yolks and 3 whole eggs, and so on and on we go. I hope that's helpful. I've talked about this before. This is what that's why I call it the Monica Corrado method, the stair-step method, right? It's stair-step. So you increase, you stay at that level for a couple of days, 2 days, 3 days, a week, whatever you need to come to balance and to integrate that food. Then you increase a little bit, and then you'll stay there 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, whatever. Integrate up again. So it looks like a staircase. This is what you're doing all the time when you're bringing in foods that are can be problematic for you. Okay, so we're clear, everybody. You don't move out of stage 2 until you've handled 6 eggs, whole eggs. So you go from egg yolks to egg white to egg yolks to whole eggs and then off. Hope that's helpful. I meant how long something. I'm looking at something. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. Louisa, you have a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead. Louisa says, I have a 12-year-old with ADHD, eczema, and asthma, blessings, a 17-year-old with very, very low spectrum autism and eczema, and an 18-year-old with ADD and severe acne. Which GAPS books do you recommend I read first? How did you get in here if you haven't read any? Ask the GAPS chef, folks. You all have to read at least one book. I would read, they all need it, eczema and asthma. Pick one. I mean, probably you could pick either yellow or blue, whichever one you would like. However, with this, because you've got both things going on. Start with yellow. That will give you the foundation you need, and then go ahead and bring blue in for additional help with recipes and other conditions. That's what I would do. Yeah, and I would really suggest, Louise, that you jump on and watch my Facebook Live, which is called The 4 Pillars. It's all about what is GAPS, how does it work. It's called The 4 Pillars of GAPS. I would definitely check that out. Hello, David. What's up? You're here. How nice to have you. All right. Hey, Araceli is here too. Hey, Dawn, rock and roll. Look at Dawn. Hey, Leonie's here also. I love this. Hello, Nicole. I don't know if you've joined us, but welcome. And Michelle, hello, hello. Barrett is here also. This is fabulous. Magdalena, how are you? All right. Okay, let's go back down. I'm going to hit some other things. David says, are yolks of soft-boiled eggs with runny yolks somewhat cooked compared with straight raw yolks? Get them in any way you can, right? So as long as they're runny, right? So raw would be Russian custard. Let's all make Russian custard and have it every day. That's great for your adrenals. Yeah, either way. I would be doing both, David. They've both got their, yeah. I mean, straight raw is going to give you everything. And, soft-boiled are going to give you a lot. So mix it up. Have some fun. All right. I'm sorry, this is what I meant. It's as if I'm able to eat 6 whole eggs for one day. Should I go to the next stage the following day, or should I eat 6 whole eggs? Oh, very good question. Nope, eat 6 whole eggs. Yeah, every day. Right? For a week or so. Yes, that would be great. All right, I hope I got to David okay. I hope I answered Louise okay. Anissa, I'm wonderful. Thank you. I love it. You're wonderful too. You're all wonderful. Okay. Vicky asks, is goat whey okay to soak pork in? If so, how long to soak ground pork? Great. All right. Yes, of course. So you can soak pork in any way that you want. Haha, that's funny. Sorry. So, yes, goat whey, sheep whey, pork whey. There's no pork whey. What am I talking about? Goat whey, sheep whey. I'm cracking myself up today, guys and gals. I've got to teach in another hour, so I hope I get myself back together. Okay, so yes, any whey from any of those animals is fabulous. I love people who are laughing. How long to soak ground pork? You can, going back, let's get back, focus. I'm telling myself to focus, not you all. You're probably fine. So, if you're interested in learning about soaking ground pork or soaking any pork product, right? Look at the article. I think I put it in featured posts. I don't remember. But it's from the Weston A. Price Foundation. They did an article on the live blood analysis that was done. It's a test on humans. Apparently, when we eat pork that's not been soaked in some acid, so whey, lemon juice, lime juice, water with apple cider vinegar, water with beet kvass, water with cabbage tonic, right? All those things. I mean, lemon juice would be with water also. Then it makes humans' blood clump, which we don't want to have happen. We don't want our blood clumping, folks, because clumping equals clotting and clotting equals problem, right? So take a look at that. Okay, so how long to soak ground pork? I don't know. I'm always thinking 6 to 12 hours. I'm usually hanging out around 6. If I use whey, I'm definitely going overnight. If I use something like lime juice, lemon juice, something that's a little bit more acidic, I'll usually go 6 to 8 hours. But, you know, I also just soak pork in raw milk because I tend to have extra raw milk. You can also soak it in buttermilk. You can also soak it in water and yogurt, water and kefir that you mix up so you don't like waste all your kefir. Any of those things. Okay, I hope I answered Louise. I think so. David gave me a thumbs up. I love it. Julie asks, do you need to soak? Hello, Julie. So great to have you. Do you need to soak trotters and, I think you're trying to say hoofs, just for stock? No. No. If you're making stock, you're good. You do not have to soak trotters. No. This is about eating the meat. So you're good. Okie doke. La 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 la. Kathleen wants to know what sort of lime, lemon, etc. water is. I don't know. I would cover it with water and then squeeze at least half a lemon or lime. Yeah? Into that water. You're welcome. Yay, Vicky. Thanks. You're a blessing too. Just think, if you all didn't have questions, I wouldn't have anything to do today. That's a lie. I got plenty to do. I'm joking. Okay. Let me go back to coming up. Looking around. All right, I'm looking around. Who did I not answer? Somebody. All right, we did that. 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 Thank you to Sandy, Julie, Bacon Grease, la la la, la 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 la. We're singing to you. We got to you. We got that done. God, I'm really, okay. I'm rocking and rolling here. We are rocking and rolling. Okay, we did that. Okay, looks like I need to hang out here with Anna Lynn. All right, Anna Lynn, let's see. Thoughts on buying wild brine organic sauerkraut when in a busy season of life, both for the cabbage tonic and sauerkraut. Their website says our unpasteurized sauerkraut is raw and traditionally fermented to provide you with the essential probiotics, blah, blah, blah. Good. So much cooking, just need a few shortcuts to help out. Okay, good job. Okay, so here's the answer. Let's just take a deep breath. Okay, here's the answer. No judgment, first of all. Second of all, the facts are that anything we buy in the store is going to be less potent than something we make ourselves. Is Wild Brine a good brand? Yes. I think they're a good brand, but when we make these things ourselves, it is exponentially. Did you get that? We're not taking double or triple. We're saying exponentially more potent for you and for your children. So that means, does that mean that you shouldn't buy wild brine when you're in a pinch? No, go ahead. But just be aware that you're going to have to eat double, triple, quadruple a jar to equal the amount that you would get in a forkful of what you make yourself. So cool. If with that information you're good. You're like, okay, so really important, folks. I got to tell you, making sauerkraut takes no time at all. So get your cabbages, get yourself a mandolin if you want to go really fast. That's a vegetable slicer, really fast. Literally, when you have a mandolin, mandolins are cheap, they last forever, and they make making sauerkraut like a breeze. Like literally, you can do 20 heads of cabbage in the time it would take you to do 2 with a knife. Worth it. So I really highly suggest, you don't ever have to buy a mandolin. I'm just trying to give you a tip. But one of the things that you may want to do, everyone, is to get your cabbages, get your salt, get your beautiful jars that are wide mouth with, 2-piece lids, or get your crock, whatever you're going to make it in, and then set aside a couple of hours once every quarter to make ferments. That's all you need. We're talking, let's set aside a morning on a weekend. 3 hours once a quarter, put up 6-8 jars of sauerkraut, a couple of jars of everything. Just do it once a quarter. This is something I talked about when I taught for the first time for the Weston A. Price Foundation. It was their first ever all-day cooking class. Sally asked me to do that. It was 2010. And one of the first things I heard from people was, oh, it takes so much time. I don't have the time. I know we're busy. I'm busy. We're all busy, right? I know it takes time. But don't we get everything else in? Like, don't we get dental appointments in, and we get car oil changes in, and we get the kids' whatever appointment in, and we fit everything. We get the haircut. We get our hair appointments in. We get everything in. So why can't we get a 3-hour block of time once a quarter to make sauerkraut? Why? We just don't put it in our calendar. We don't think about it that way. We think, oh, it's food and it's hard. And again, I'm not trying to be judgmental or difficult with anyone. I'm just trying to open our eyes to maybe we could use our calendar to schedule making ferments once a quarter. 3 hours once every 90 days. Let's do some math. Just for fun. I know this is bratty of me. 90 days times 24 hours. We'll do 12 hours because maybe you should be asleep 12 hours. We'll do 90 days, 18, 1, 9, 10. That's 1,080 hours. So once every 1,080 hours of wake time, let's devote 3 hours to making ferments. But again, use wild brine when you need to. We love it. We love them. We love that they're doing this. Yay. Thank you for your service, wild brine. And, just to be thinking that it's just not going to be as potent as something you make yourself. All right. Hope that was helpful. Let's go, 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 go. Natasha, would Baja Gold salt work good as Celtic salt, especially for taking iodine? Baja Gold tends to be I love both of them. They're both on my website. I love both of them. Baja Gold will have higher minerals, both different types than Celtic will, and higher percentages. They're both excellent salt. Use them. Use either one. Okay, let's see. Celtic is specific to the thyroid. Okay. I don't know where that came from, but okay. I think that everyone should have at least 3 different salts on your table at all times, and that you should be rotating with what you think you need. That's what I think. You can watch my thing about salt. Okay, what about black or red salt for yes, get all of it. Baja has more magnesium. Okay. What are those different types of salts? So if you go on simplybeingwell.com, that is my website, go to resources, go to salt. I have the 3 salts that I work with there. I need to add another one because beautiful. The Celtic salt people also make a high potassium salt that's pink from caves in Spain. It's really quite beautiful. Add more salt. Building. Excellent. Anna, you're doing great. Hello, Shaylee Clark. Hello. Because of home ambient microbes and energy. Making your own, some of that is true, David, about why things are more potent, for sure. But also, we have to remember, we don't know when they made these. We don't know how long they've been on the shelf. We don't know how much they used to culture. We don't know which ones they did use to culture. We don't know what died in the truck on the way. We just don't know. Yeah. Yay, we love, it's so funny, Dawn, that you would mention that. I love Brownstein. Yes, everybody read Dr. Brownstein's book on iodine. I love that. Thanks, Dawn, for bringing that in. Can you type that book in there? It would be great. Can I talk briefly about liver cleanse? Maybe in a minute. We're over time, but let me look and see what else we've got. Hold on. La, 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 la. Yasmin used a cheese grater. It takes 5 minutes to make sauerkraut. Go, Yasmin. You get an A or a gold star, whichever you prefer. Hello, Tamia. I hope I said that right. All right. What's fermented food is good? Low stomach acid. Cabbage tonic. Cabbage tonic. And add bitters before a meal. Everybody go get some bitters from Blossom Farm, or Flora makes a good bitters, Swedish bitters, etc. All right, I'm going to just answer a couple more quick things. And then we have to go because I have to get ready to teach. Okay. Sandy says, why is cottage cheese never discussed? Is it too much casein for gaps? So Dr. Natasha calls cottage cheese what I call yogurt cheese or kefir cheese. She calls it cottage cheese. But it's not the cottage cheese that you and I are thinking about, Sandy. So I would suggest that cottage cheese is not a cultured food, or it's at least not cultured long enough. This is American cottage cheese, folks, not Gap's cottage cheese, just to be clear, so don't get confused. I don't think it has to, I believe it has too much lactose. That's my thing, Sandy. All right, moving on. Moving. Sandy wants to know, I'm also wondering about what's good for helping the kidneys and urinary bladder. We often talk about the liver, gallbladder, not the kidneys. So kidneys are discussed very clearly and at length in my winter class, Being Well Through Winter, that's sitting on my website right now. Kidneys. Beet kvass. Chanka piedra tea. Stonebreaker for kidneys. I can talk more about kidneys, but I think it's going to take longer than what we have right now. Let me make a note of it. Taking out my little pad. Kidneys. Kidneys. How to support them. Number 1, drink enough water. Make sure your water is filtered and clean. Yeah? Number 2, do not live in fear. Fear makes the kidneys unhappy. That's not accurate, but in Chinese medicine, kidneys is where fear sits. So, yeah. We could talk more about kidneys. Question mark. Drink lots of water for kidneys. Good water. Kidneys are all about mineral balance. That's their role in the body. I'm looking. I'll talk about that again, but not right now because we don't have the time. Are there best ways to improve our hearing capacity with the protocol? I've had loud tinnitus ever since COVID came to town. Yes, ears. What can you do? Get a probiotic pill. I know I never say that, but get a probiotic pill like BioCult. Open it up and put it in the back of your throat before you go to bed every night. Remember, everything is connected here. I would start there. I might also do garlic mullein oil in the ears, on and off, maybe for a couple of weeks, maybe one night on, one night off, garlic mullein oil. Again, I'm not a medical practitioner, so this is just what I've gleaned from my own research. Okay. 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 Liver cleanse, Isabel. Isabel. Let's see. There you go. Thank you, Dawn. Iodine, need, can't live without. You're darn right. Which brand of bitters? So bitters, Flora brand. A brand from Blossom Farm. You'll have to look it up. Lemon in water for kidneys. Thank you, Dawn. I do think my minerals are not balanced. Yes, we should talk about this. Okay, bye, Kathy. All right, one quick thing. We've got two quick things. One, can we talk about, Isabel, liver cleanse? I would jump on. Did you watch my other YouTubes about liver? Go there first, right? Ask the Gap Chef on YouTube, liver. I think I talk about liver cleanse there. Why don't you shoot me a note and tell me what you would like to cover about liver cleanse? Liver cleanse will be a topic for March, remembering that right now is not the best time to be doing a liver cleanse because it's January. Right now we're supposed to be supporting the kidneys. Liver gallbladder is March, spring. Winter time is kidneys, kidney bladder. So let me know what you want to talk about, and I can go from there for sure. All right. What stage do we start supplements? So if these are the supplements from GAPS, not before stage 3. All right. Okay. Thanks, Isabel. Good. Magda, fabulous. All right, I am going to go ahead and go. We are 11 minutes over. So, oh my God, 12 minutes over. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I wish you all a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Just be easy about it. Be easy about it, everyone. You're all doing great. Be easy about it, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Okay, all my best to all of you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you next week. Same GAPS time. Same GAPS station. Okay. Bye, all. Mwah. All right. See you soon, Jennifer. I got to get moving. Woohoo!